let's get into Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande is starting her press tour for the new Wicked movie, and I heard that this press tour is going to be more oriented on like podcasts and smaller projects opposed to ET or E News, things like that, which I would love if Ariana Grande would come onto my podcast. Look at me right now as the devil. Do you think she really would? She probably would never. I would be so nice though. But I would ask about Ethan. Sorry, I'm over here I'm treating this like a dress. I am wearing shorts too. Some people think that these are they're too skin colored, right? You know what I mean? But feels like I'm wearing a dress, a blanket. I don't know what this. I like this cloak. We might have to wear this on the regular. I'm just kidding. But Ariana Grande, if she went on to my podcast, I'm sorry, I would have to ask about Ethan. I mean, how could you do an interview without doing that? But she did one recently on the Shut Up Evan podcast, and I was trying to figure out what to pull from here to talk to you guys about. She did explain that she's been exhausted when it comes to music, and I feel like that's like a testament to the career itself. I mean, we've seen Britney Spears with her like feet bruised and bloody because she had been working so hard. And I think working in like music, it could be more difficult than movies. And I think that she wants to go more in this direction. But she also credits her acting role for why she made another album, because she thought she was going to stop.
What has this done for you, not as a performer, not professionally, take that out of it, but Ariana?
Oh gosh. Totally rearranged everything about.
Rearranged. Sorry, maybe I'm on one today because I'm dressed as the devil, but I don't know if we're gonna get old Ariana Grande back anytime soon. She needs to get through this movie role, maybe. Her hair does look like it's getting a little bit darker though, a darker blonde. She's slowly coming back.
My relationship to creating, I didn't think I was gonna make an album ever again when I left for London. That was kind of my secret, but I didn't think I was going to, obviously you can take the hat off and be not in character when you go home for the day, but you take the feelings home. And performing the act of Glinda, who's so sure of herself and so...
Interesting. She talks about like, you can disconnect from it. So she's not alluding to method acting, but she's also saying here like, that you do take those feelings home, which I think like suggests to me that she has this a really big like imprint on who her identity is, because she's going through the feelings of Galinda, because when she's acting, she's absorbing it, which I think is a common thing for a lot of actors. I mean, Jennifer Lawrence is like the only one who can supposedly snap in and out of it. So yeah, maybe Ariana wants to get back into music. Maybe she has a contract that's forcing her to do another album. I mean, tours make a lot of money, and her tour was so expensive. It's currently a battlefield, a war zone to go and get those tickets. So there's probably a lot of pressure there to get back into it. I just hope with everything else that's going on in her life, like this amount of work isn't too much. We've got her acting, the music, the makeup. It's a lot. Let's get into Disney. Now, I have a lot to talk to you guys about Kim Kardashian, but I wanted to quickly talk about Disney because why are so many people dying there? The most magical place on earth has been anything but for the last 10 days because there have been several deaths there. And I'm not blaming Disney, but damn, the state of our world. Somebody commented on TikTok, third death in 10 days? Is Mickey sucking up the souls or what? But I actually don't want to be insensitive here because there are people who we're going through mental health crises that have passed away.
TMZ has confirmed another death on Walt Disney property, which makes for the third death in 10 days. In a TikTok video that was posted, you see heavy police presence around a taped-off pool area at Disney's Contemporary Resort. And later, the Orange County Medical Examiner's Office in Orlando, Florida said, "We are still in the process of completing our exams," and they did in fact confirm the death.
Now, this marks the third death at the amusement park's property to happen in just over a week. There was one on the 14th and another on the 21st.
Tuesday evening around 6:30, authorities were called to the Contemporary Resort at Walt Disney World. This was after an individual was found on the 4th floor patio directly underneath the monorail and outside of the gift shop. They have now identified the individual as 31-year-old Summer. They said the incident occurred just hours after she vanished from her Illinois home. They said that Summer had honeymooned at the park as well as shared happier times, such as announcing her pregnancy late last year. A relative wrote, quote, "She booked a flight there without telling us, unfortunately."
What's so sad about Summer's case is that nobody in her life knew that she was taking this trip. It was just unexpected. I don't know Summer's like situation, but it's just so sad. And I was talking to my boyfriend about it. I was like, wait, what, like, why is this happening over and over again? He said, oh, like Disney is the happiest place in like on earth or whatever. I've only been like one time. I don't really, get the whole thing because I didn't grow up going to it. I didn't grow up really watching Disney either. I'm sorry if that like hurts some people out there. I know we've got big Disney fans out here, but no, it was not me. So I didn't realize, oh yeah, it's the happiest place on earth. So maybe people want to go and be there forever. At Disneyland, California. Damn, that was all in Florida, but this happened in California. You're not safe. It looks like on the Haunted Mansion ride on October 8th, there was a woman who had like a heart issue, and that's what had happened there. I did go to not Disney, but I went to the Universal Scary Nights, and it was pretty spooky.
A woman in her 60s tragically died after riding the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. She had finished the ride, but when it ended, she was found unresponsive. Paramedics tried to save her, but she passed away shortly after.
Let's get into Kim Kardashian. You guys be careful if you are there going to Disney. Be careful everywhere, please. Why did I just get like so much anxiety? And then we're talking about Kim Kardashian and a brain aneurysm. I actually remember my first boyfriend when I was like really like I was like young. His mom like not whenever we were together, but suddenly died later on of an aneurysm. So my medical anxiety, if you guys watch my videos, you guys know I have medical anxiety, which means like I will faint if I like have blood, or even right now I'm starting to spin. Getting the spins, grounded, hands on the desk, feet on the floor. Okay, let's get into Kim.
It's like a little aneurysm. Whoa. They're like, just stress. And I'm like, people think that I have the luxury of walking away.
This week has been the hardest week of my life.
I'm happy it's over. My ex
Oh my God, I'm stressed. This stress, the cortisol level.
will be in my life no matter what. We have 4 kids together.
Last night, I was like, why the is this happening?
Now, even though this is such a horrific idea of like having this health crisis, there are so many people who are being pretty like rude when it comes to Kim. I mean, I guess they could care less if she was here or not, but death to me is just like far too scary in my opinion. I would not wish that upon anyone, and maybe they are dramatizing it for the show. I mean, the music in that last clip was a lot, we could admit it, but at the same time, I don't think she would fake a whole health issue for the show. That would be next level sociopathic.
Like many of you, I am not the biggest fan of the Kardashians, but some of the comments that I've been seeing underneath the video about her brain aneurysm are disgusting. I've seen people saying that she's just looking for attention. I've seen people saying that she deserves it and they're on Kanye's side. I even saw that Ty's same old comment about her being a millionaire and what about the people that can't afford healthcare like her, as if her being a millionaire stops her from stroking out from an aneurysm. Oh, and suddenly, everyone's become doctors in the comment section. People saying that she's lying because brain aneurysms kill you immediately. Someone else saying that, like, they don't recall her taking a break from the spotlight, so she can't have had a brain aneurysm. People even saying that she's trying to get good PR after her Call Her Daddy podcast didn't go down so well.
The comment reads, dang, people have really lost their sense of empathy. She may be rich and famous. That doesn't take away the fact that she's human, and health issues are scary for everyone. We all need to have more empathy for every single person. And I agree with that. I mean, I could call someone out on their BS every single day, but I also will have empathy in my heart. I think there's a balance. Somebody said, be kind to people. Come on, she's a mother, daughter, sister, etc. My mom literally died from a brain aneurysm at age 40. Prayers to her. Anyone asking why she's stressed is forgetting that she has to co-parent with Kanye West. And that's something that Kim is making very apparent within her show, that she feels like Kanye is the one to blame for a lot of her problems, which I think Kanye will not receive. He cannot receive that information. He would totally deflect it and get really angry at it. And I think right now, Kim is just so fed up. She doesn't care.
Psoriasis since I've gotten a divorce. Stop. And it just started coming back. Anytime I feel like things get a little... Hairy. Yep. My psoriasis came back. I just have psoriasis all over my legs.
That's just because you're stressed out.
Well, tell the father.
Well, you guys know psoriasis is like a skin, like, I don't know if it's a disease. I think it's a condition because it can come back, stress induced, but like rashes on your legs and dry skin.
Of my children to stop acting up, and then I won't stress out and get psoriasis.
Not only is Kim blaming Kanye West for her health issues, for her psoriasis, but she's also talking about how difficult it is to co-parent with someone who is having these outbursts. I mean, we know that he loves the like anti-Jewish rhetoric, and I don't know what his stance on that is right now, but in my opinion, I think he's said enough to do enough damage to where you need to go away for a very, very long time, and probably he needs psychiatric help.
Your ex-husband, when you see the behavior happening, what's going through your mind?
My poor kids. They're gonna know things. They're gonna grow up. They're gonna see. So my job as a mom is to just make sure that at a time when that behavior is happening is just to make sure that they are protected. I always felt like I had a little bit of like Stockholm syndrome, to where I always felt really bad and always protected and always like wanted to help, and this was the first time I didn't feel that.
If you guys don't know what Stockholm syndrome is, it's pretty much when someone who's being like abused is like sympathetic to the person who's putting them in that position because they feel some kind of like loyalty or like attachment to them because of the trauma bond. So that's a really strong title that she's labeling herself as. I mean, it's very intense, but it could be 100% true. I mean, at one point she was defensive of him, and I think now she's kind of woken up to this.
Responsibility personally, as much as people think that I have the luxury of walking away and not dealing ever again, that's not my reality. We have 4 kids together.
As you guys have probably heard, over the course of the last few years, Kim Kardashian has been studying to become a trial lawyer. She said recently, I have a few projects coming up. I filmed my first movie in January. We're hoping for season 2 of All's Fair. I always want to be growing, curious, and evolving, and I want to see wherever that takes me. I mean, that is a great place to be in your career. She added that I will be qualified in 2 weeks to practice law. Maybe in 10 years, she's thinking of giving up on being Kim Kardashian and be a trial lawyer. That's what I really want. Could you imagine her being like, Judge, that is so rude. Like, I object. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.